Hello, I'm James Sheard from the Accountancy People and welcome to my video. Today I'm talking about Brexit. Now, a couple of months on and the dust has begun to settle on after the Brexit vote. So what do we know? Well, we've got a new government, we know that for sure. It seems pretty clear that there was economic uncertainty before the vote and immediately after the vote. And the result of that, it looks like the economy stalled a bit in July. It also looks like the economy actually was performing really well in the run-up to the vote. So actually, the government's got a stronger, and we've all got a stronger economy on our hands than we were perhaps expecting. And we also do know that the Bank of England has responded to all this by reducing interest rates. So what's happening in the markets? The currency markets, first of all, plunged, and sterling plunged, and then it recovered a bit, and it seems now that the exchange rate is stable but lower than it was before the vote. The stock market itself is higher than it was, but within that some shares fell by as much as 40% immediately after the vote. And what's happened is that they've been coming back, and actually over the last 2 weeks they've been coming back quite strongly. And both of these things suggest that there was some shock to the whole system, but after that initial shock, everything is just settling down. We're getting on with running businesses as we were. What does all this mean? In terms of the exchange rate, we'll certainly notice that when we go on holiday, and it will mean that some things cost a little bit more in the shops, and it will also mean that our exporters and our manufacturers find life a little bit more easy. We can expect poorer economic figures for July, but I would actually expect them then in August and September to improve, and actually the August, September, October ones will be much the most interesting. And the other question, I guess, is will we actually leave the EU? And I've thought about this, and there are people on Facebook who are saying, no, we're not going to leave after all. Well, I just think that is nonsense, and I think it's nonsense for political reasons, really, because I think if Theresa May was not to exit the EU, there would just be civil war in the Conservative Party, and I think there'll be civil war that would make what Labour are going through at the moment look like a Tea Party. And I think for that reason, for that very real and political reason, I'm pretty sure that we will leave the EU, and I'd expect it to happen sometime probably in 2019. So I'm James Sheard from the Accountancy People, sharing my thoughts about Brexit. If they're of interest, you'd like to comment on them, please contact me, James Sheard at the Accountancy People. Good day.